Welcome back, guys. In this video I will show you my favorite artificial intelligence cryptocurrencies. I'm personally fascinated by AI and I think it will be massive in the coming years, and I'm certainly not the only one who feels that way. For example, over the next decade, the company Tractica Research expects the AI industry to grow by 5,700%, representing the fastest growing segment of any size in the IT sector. In Tractica's report, they mentioned that AI has applications and use cases in almost every industry vertical and is considered the next big technological shift, similar to past shifts like the Industrial Revolution, the computer age, and the smartphone revolution. With that said, I think we should move on to the first project. The first cryptocurrency I'm going to talk about is called SingularityNET. I was actually planning to participate in the ICO, and to be honest, unfortunately, I forgot all about the project. However, the token sale ended on December 22, 2017, and it sold out after 66 seconds. So let's first of all have a look at what problems the AI industry are having right now. So today in the AI world, AI projects or tools has this closed development environment, and this means that a tool is maybe developed by one company, and maybe this tool only performs one task, and therefore you can't plug two tools together. So because of the closed environment, AI is really hard to discover. It is also expensive and complicated to use because only a few people may be able to create AI and connect it to others and eventually take it to the market. So these are the pains SingularityNET wants to fix. So if we scroll further down, introducing SingularityNET. Now, they want AI tech to be able to communicate with each other, share data with each other, and make requests of each other, to compensate each other for their work, to rate each other for their work, and to make AI more simple to use. So let's see how this project actually removes the barriers. So SingularityNET enables AI to communicate to each other by creating this protocol. Next, SingularityNET enables AI discovery and quality reporting by creating the decentralized marketplace where AI can be purchased. But last but not least, Singularity enables mainstream adoption for AI by linking AI services together automatically. So this can be done on their marketplace, as described here. So that's huge, guys, and if they end up doing what they state here, then I'm sure it will be a huge project and they will have a lot of success. Now that I've described the project, I want to show you the team behind the project. So the SingularityNET team, Dr. Ben Goertzel is the CEO, and he has a PhD in mathematics. He has founded several companies, and I have sources that says he began researching AI already in 1985. Furthermore, he also spoke at a Google Tech Talk back in 2007 about artificial general intelligence, and already at that time he was thinking about AI to AI communication, the artificial general intelligence, which is what SingularityNET actually tries to create. So it's a long-term idea he has had, something he has been probably thinking about for a long time. Next up is Dr. David Hanson, and this is an interesting guy because he has the robotics lead position, and he is a founder of Sophia, the robot who you probably have heard of, who went viral on the social media. He owns a robotic company called Hanson Robotics, which is also a SingularityNET partner. This guy is really huge in the AI and robotics space. And Dr. Ben Goertzel is also huge as well. He's one of the most famous AI persons in the industry. So it is a big team consisting of over 50 AI developers and over 10 PhDs. So that's good. It's a good size, and they also have some highly skilled and relevant business advisors, and also a blockchain team, and eventually some AI advisors, of course. And they also have over 30 partners that are ready to use SingularityNET once they launch, and I want to find where they write here. So furthermore, the Prince of Saudi Arabia invested in the ICO and declared the AI Sophia a citizen of Saudi Arabia. So this is also huge because he actually invested in the ICO, and I mean, it's always good to have such public figures in a project, involved in a project. I want to talk about the token utility because it's always interesting to hear what the token actually are being used for. So let's have a look at the utility of the SingularityNET's AGI token. The token is named AGI, and from my point of view, or from what I can understand, it enables 4 key mechanisms. So first of all, transactions, which is one key mechanism. The token makes transaction possible through, for example, interoperability. Like, the network will work with multiple blockchains and infrastructures, and the AGI token allows streamlined transactions without having to think about the difference in technology. But also, it also makes transaction possible through scalable applications, which can be built on top of the network with near to zero transaction costs. And then the AGI token also enables privacy and data sovereignty. So another key mechanism is settlements, because without the AGI token, you would need access to native tokens of other protocols in order to make transactions, meaning it would be really complex without the AGI token. And the third mechanism is incentives. So in short, SingularityNET has a so-called AI curation market. So this market is a discovery ranking mechanism, and as an AGI holder, you can become a staker, meaning that you lock your tokens to increase an AI agent's rank. And now if the AI agent improve his or her reputation, you as a staker will be rewarded with new tokens, because you promoted the discovery of high quality AI agents. I think that's a great idea. Definitely something I would try to do. So the fourth key mechanism is governance, because actually network operations will be funded democratically with the help of the AGI token. But SingularityNET will not be a DAO, because the project is still backed up by the SingularityNET Foundation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all about the AGI token, its utility. To conclude the token utility, there is need for the AGI token. Let's move on to the roadmap for this project, and it's a really good white paper, so you should definitely try to read it, and especially if you want to get in on this project. So looking at the roadmap, the focus for December of 2017 was on releasing the alpha version, and it is released, so that's a good sign. Now, in the first half of 2018 or 2018, time will be spent on developing the infrastructure and also developing AI functionality or implementing them, such as image processing and English natural language processing tasks. So they will be developed and of course also tested. An example of infrastructure development is implementing smart contracts covering interactions between AI agents and external customers. So that's just one example. And let's look further. So in December of 2018, SingularityNET 1.0 will be released. And this is actually a fully functional version. The infrastructure and AI development will of course continue, but this is a huge milestone, so be aware of that. And in 2019, the team will focus on achieving high scalability, and also improvements and extensions will be implemented, of course. So this is a period for improving the system. So in 2020, scalability will still be a keyword, something they focus heavily on, but the focus will also be on embedded devices, meaning Internet of Things actually, because they are actually speaking about IoT here. So Internet of Things may be an integration with IoT. That's of course a huge thing. And in 2021, the focus will be on integrating language, perception, and biomedical data analysis together with data collection from IoT. If you're wondering about what kind of wallet you need in order to store this SingularityNET token or AGI, then I can tell you that SingularityNET is an ERC20 token, meaning that you can store it from, for example, my Ether wallet or any Ethereum wallet. But I would recommend myetherwallet.com because I know that you can store it on myetherwallet. Everything about this project looks promising to me, at least. In general, what's most important for me is actually the idea and the team behind the project. That's what I weight the most. And I think that this idea is revolutionary for the AI industry, and then the team looks awesome, have a lot of knowledge and experience in this field. So the size of the team is good as well. I also like that the token isn't listed on major exchanges yet. I think KuCoin is the biggest exchange at the moment. So that also means that this coin hasn't gone mainstream yet. So next up is Deep Brain Chain, also called DBC, which is an AI blockchain project that launched back in December 2017. AI technology needs to be trained in order to perform better and show improvements. So in other words, a lot of computational power is needed. So one of the biggest problems with AI right now is the cost of producing computational power. So on average, an AI firm spends between 20 to 30% of its costs on computational power. So of course this becomes a heavy burden for AI enterprises. Basically, DBC is an AI blockchain driven computing platform. You can say that DBC does what Golem does, or Golem is trying to do, but for AI specifically. Deep Brain Chain deploy AI on blockchain and thereby lower the costs. So DBC say that they can lower the cost by 70%, and this is huge if they actually are going to do that. That's like the main goal, the computational power and the computing platform. But the project aims to do other things as well. DBC is also a secure data trading platform. On this platform, buyer and seller doesn't have to worry about data leakage or reselling, and that's the great thing about blockchain technology. Now, DBC is a Chinese startup and is an offspring from a company called Deep Brain. Deep Brain is something different. It is a Chinese brain, and therefore it is hard to find information about the company and also the Deep Brain Chain team, because people from Deep Brain is also part of the Deep Brain Chain. And yeah, it's hard to find stuff and information about Deep Brain Chain on Google, because Google isn't used in China. But what I really like about this project is that they already have an existing platform in the Deep Brain company, the company that has launched Deep Brain Chain onto blockchain. Now let's have a look at the team, the DBC team. So the core team here consists of He Feng, the CEO, and he has launched the first Chinese voice assistant named Smart 360. He also led the development of the world's first AI speakers, which launched actually half a year before Amazon Echo. So that's impressive, I think so. DeepBrain, the company that launched DeepBrain Chain, also won a 32 million fund, and I must say, he really sounds like a great CEO. He has a lot of expertise and also a lot of experience in this field. So the CTO here is called Chang Xu. He is the CTO. He holds a PhD and master's in AI, artificial intelligence, and among other things, he led the team who won the SMP 2017. That's also a huge thing. Now, last we have as CMO Xiangfeng Li, and he is currently the director of the China Audio Association. He won the first prize of Innovation China in 2012, and he also led the marketing team to achieve more than 17 million users for Smart 360, the voice assistant I mentioned before. He's also a columnist for a bunch of Chinese media sites, and of course this gives him some industry influence. Now if we look further down, we have the a bunch of investment institutions which is connected to DeepBrain Chain. So for example, GSR Ventures, also Gobi Partners, to name a few just, and DBC also has some partnerships in blockchain. And this is where it gets exciting, I at least think so. The biggest one is probably that the fact that they are backed up by the Neo Council. That's always a good sign. And then also the Columbia Blockchain Lab, which is a resource for blockchain technology education on Columbia University. Then let's have a look at the investors and advisors here. So, I mean, there's a lot of big names in Asia appears here. Many of them we don't know because most of us live in the Western world, but it is big names. For example, James Ding, who is managing director of a big venture capital fund, and he was the first to list a high-tech company on Nasdaq. The company was called Asia Info. Actually, if we scroll down on the page, you will see a list of the previous clients. So let's find that. Here, we have some gigantic names appearing here: Huawei, Microsoft, Lenovo, Siemens, just to name a few. So these are DeepBrain clients, you know, the company that has created DeepBrain Chain. So imagine if just some of these clients actually begin using DeepBrain Chain. I actually think that would be huge, and maybe not as hard as we think so. Actually, DBC claimed to be working together with the government also. Now, I think this is a good sign because the Chinese government, a good sign because then the project will gain political and financial support. And since China is a one-party government, it is even more important with support. Now, I know that it could also be bad for the project because China can shut down everything they want, but I don't see this happen when you have got such an experienced team. And remember, at the same time, AI will be huge in the future, and therefore the government wants to take part in the financial gains in this industry. I think so. So let's talk about the token utility. This is one of the projects where token utility is 100% justified. It is a vital aspect of the project value proposition, I would say so, because the DBC token rewards any use of any available processing power, and within the ecosystem, the DBC ecosystem, they're also intensive to mine, reward, and also accumulate the token. So as you probably know, the tokens exist, so miners exist, and this will result in cheaper computing power That is the motive for miners in this case. Let's have a look at the roadmap for Deep Brain Chain. First of all, 2018 Q1. So in Q1, the team wants to complete the development of the core architecture and key components, and as well complete the development of the DBC AI testnet. And this is huge because this actually means that their testnet will already be launched in Q1. So once the testnet has launched, the development will continue, of course, but the development of the so-called community contribution and reward system will begin. And really important is that the DBC team will begin focusing on marketing, and especially here in the Western world where DBC is unknown nearly. This is a good thing because they will set up some global meetups in Dublin, Hamburg, Amsterdam and San Francisco. They will also focus on growing the community size on social media, and then they also will attend to at least one global blockchain summit every month. So let's scroll further down, and here we have the Q2 for 2018. So the plan is to finish the DBC AI testnet as well as release alpha and beta tests of the community contribution and reward system. Now the DBC team will also hold more global meetups and summits. They will continue their focus on the community, on the growing community, and they will establish a cooperation with a university or an organization. That's also interesting. So let's go further down to the Q3 2018. Of 2018, the plan is to improve the blockchain network and support a lot of new AI services or features. And the community contribution and reward system will actually be launched in Q3. I also wanted to mention the DBC wallet opportunities. Deep Brain Chain is a NEP5 token, meaning that you can store it on the Neon wallet. You can find the Neon wallet on neo.org. Overall, DBC has the first move advantage. They have a great team with a lot of experience in this field. Furthermore, the project is backed up by the Neo Council, which is huge. Furthermore, they have connections with big companies, and they are not far away from launching their testnet. And I mean, it will be really cool to see how this goes. Anyways, their roadmap looks great, and I like that. They're also focusing on growing the community. Also, the token isn't listed on the biggest exchanges yet. Huobi and Qcoin are currently their biggest exchanges. So, yeah, I mean, last but not least, it is possible to store it on a safe wallet, the official Neon wallet. Before I end this video, I want to compare DBC with SingularityNET. So, you probably think these projects sound similar to each other, and I really think they are. Basically, I see them as competitors, and in the long-term perspective, I think they have the same end goal, which is to solve the AI matrix. But if you look short-term on this, it looks like Deep Brain Chain focuses more on the computational power problem, while SingularityNET focuses more on the AI market problem. Now, without being an expert in AI, I would say that cheap computational power for AI is most needed right now. You can also say that DBC is ahead of the game. According to the roadmap, they will be launching their marketplace integrated with the token in Q1 of 2018. And on the marketplace, other cryptocurrencies will be exchangeable for DBC. Now, AGI, on the other hand, plan to release their marketplace in Q4 of 2018. So, in my opinion, both projects are great. DBC has connections with Microsoft, Lenovo and Samsung, and of course is backed by the Neo Council. SingularityNET, on the other hand, has the Prince of Saudi Arabia on board, as well as many partnerships, the Sophia robot technology, and just partnerships with huge Western companies in this industry, which is really important as well. And of course, their team is also stellar. I think both projects will perform well, and that's because they focus on different regions actually. Think about it, SingularityNET focuses heavily on the Western world, while DBC focuses more on Asia, of course, because they're China-based, a China-based startup. I have a position in both projects, and I plan to hodl my position for a long time. At least I think they will be huge, but I think it will take time because it is not one of those quick up and runners doing 1000% gains in a day or two. You have to remember that AI is young, although I really think the prices for both projects are low right now. I want to thank you for listening to me, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel.